the men's sprint competition over 3 laps of the track, we join the action at the semi-final stage. The world champion Darren Hill, one race up in his match against Marty Notstein of the US. Now, will it be Darren Hill or Marty Notstein who will face up to Florian Rousseau in the final of the men's sprint? Hill needs to win this to go sailing on into that final, while the man on the top of the banking there, Marty Notstein, the 1994 world champion when he beat Darren Hill, he's got to win this to survive to a deciding match. He lost the first one quite easily, one has to say. There was a lot of speed in the legs of Darren Hill. He's riding much more sharply here in Manchester than he was on the outdoor velodrome at Stone Mountain in Atlanta during the Olympic Games.
Such a close match between these two riders. They know each other very well, ride a lot of the World Cup races on the same circuit. And Darren Hill most certainly this year wants to get the medal that he had in 1995, because I think he's probably enjoyed wearing that rainbow jersey. He knows just exactly what Marty Notstein's weaknesses are as he keeps him in second position here. He knows Notstein has a little bit of difficulty coming by, and he would like very much to lead the sprint out from first place.
I think he's going to do just that as he comes round to the bell, and it's down the home straight with 1 lap to go. He gives it just about everything because he certainly is a quicker rider at the moment. Oh, and almost a clip of wheels there. That's exactly what happened to Babel when Notstein was driving off that banking yesterday. But now it's an easy thing for Darren Hill. He gets it at 2 rides to 0 at 10.878. And I think the shock of almost clipping the back wheel of Hill took all of the fight out of Notstein as he was moving in for what he hoped would be the kill. Well, because of this action here, watch Hill move above the sprinter's red line. The judges later disqualified him for moving over that red line, and it forced the decider, which was won by Notstein. The 1995 world champion was thus relegated to the race for the bronze medal, which would be against the Italian Roberto Chiappa. As we join the action, Hill is 1 up in this best of 3 match. Darren Hill of Australia, who won last year's world title, is now 1 win away from the bronze medal, this time here in Manchester, which means that Roberto Chiappa of Italy has got to win this to force a decider. He had no answer in the last match against the speed of Darren Hill, but this time it's Hill's turn to lead off, which, unless Chiappa goes by him, he must make the pace for the first lap.
Well, Darren Hill could almost certainly have been sprinting for the gold medal. I felt that he was one of the fastest sprinters in this competition. 1 or 2 mistakes there against Marty Notstein has him now in this match 1-0 up on Roberto Chiappa in his quest for the bronze medal, and he doesn't want to wait too long as he comes across the line. Quite fast opening lap there for these 2 riders, and Hill waiting for a reaction from Chiappa.
Chiappa coming up to Darren Hill, who still wants to hold him off from the front because he believes that's how he can win. And now he comes to the bell again, the lead exactly as he was in the last match. And on that occasion, Roberto Chiappa had no chance at overhauling Hill down the back straight. I think Chiappa is in big trouble again here now. He is struggling just to get onto the shoulder of Hill, and it's all over. The bronze medal, recognised by Roberto Chiappa of Italy, goes to Darren Hill. He gets the bronze. He wanted the gold, but that will have to do on this occasion for the big Australian from Perth.
Darren Hill was most certainly not going to wait too long on this last lap of the ride for the bronze medal. Coming up to the line here, he kept himself in first position all the way around that final lap. He wasn't going to put anything down to chance. Opening up the throttle as he comes up to the 200-meter mark, looks over his shoulder there and realizes now's the time that I've got to go. There's no tactics involved in this sprint at all. It's a question of sheer speed. Comes into the last corner, a little bit of an attempt by Roberto Chiappa to come up. He gets alongside Darren Hill just for a short moment and then puts his hand up in surrender.
There's the score. Rousseau 1, Notstein 0. And so the 1994 world champion of the sprint and the current champion won earlier this week in the Keirin, Marty Notstein, has He's got to win this one against Florian Rousseau, the man who turned away from the kilometre to concentrate on his first real attempt to win the senior world sprint title. This time, Notstein must lead away, and I think, Paul, if he goes fast, he'll play right into Rousseau's hands. Rousseau has got pure speed there.
But both of these men also capable of making an extremely long sprint as well. Let's not forget that Rousseau is the Olympic champion at the 1 kilometre just a short while ago, and they're a little bit of jockeying for position here. Marty knows he's got to pull out all of the stops, all of the tactical moves that he has learned at the top of world sprinting. Rousseau in first position knows that that is ideal because he has the speed to hold off the American.
Well, Rousseau is so confident now. He's playing with Marty Notstein here. As he comes to the bell, he's going to give it full ball down the home straight. 1 lap to go. Notstein has got to run at him as we go into that final banking. We're now down the back straight. Marty Notstein is trying to get up on terms with Rousseau, but look at the speed of the Frenchman. He's just blowing Notstein away. It's all over. France have got themselves a world champion of the sprint again, and this time by the man who only 4 weeks ago was the Olympic champion of the kilometre. Florian Rousseau has won the world title. And that world sprint title, the Florian Rousseau, the first for France for 21 years since the great Daniel Mollon, who is now the French trainer. And just look at this, 4 gold medals here at the World Championships of France, the same total they have got in the Atlanta Olympic Games the month previously. Australia finished second, Italy were third. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage of these World Championships. For Paul Sherwin, I'm Phil Liggett saying goodbye.